let me be perfectly clear. I don't really have a problem with Stacy. The problem I have is I have a very deep, bassy voice, but apparently people talk down to me like I'm handicapped. Nobody else has a problem except for people who seem to have a lot of money and they seem to be Caucasian predominantly, and they seem to be female. The males are just gorillas sometimes. They think they can just bully anyone because they think I'm fat or lesser than them. That is not a good idea. Get the fuck off my land. To the women, I suggest you stop doing that because you can't do this whole thing where you guys will instigate, then play the victim and think you can counterattack because you have the right of way. You don't. You're gonna get your ass handed to you. That being said, Stacy could have used the mute button. I did specify that. I wasn't that mean. I handled it pretty fucking well, but I was also kind of pissed off, which is fair because I can vent a little about it. It's my mouth. I don't think she's actually a cunt, but her actions are kind of cunty. I get she's an older white Australian woman, and I've heard that they're kind of uppity, and I've heard she makes seven figures, which would make sense to why she acts like that, why she was entitled to it. But do not talk down to me like I'm fucking stupid. Just use your mute button. You don't have to berate me. You have a mic. You have a mute button. Use it the same way you want me to shut the fuck up. Okay? Second, I'm worried at the fact that she has a police officer for husband turned lawyer, which also gave her further entitlement, and the fact that she makes seven figures. Um, Here's a newsflash: you can't talk down to someone twice, get half the information right from an old post, and then say you're gonna download all my videos for evidence. Okay, that's gonna end badly, especially considering all the bad stuff that's been said about me. And the times that I've actually handled it properly, it's gonna end very badly. Matter of fact, somebody else tried to do that with their PI, and the PI told her to shut the fuck up. Essentially, that I'm paraphrasing, but basically she was abusing her power because I would mention her name, in contrast to other people that I've dealt with similar personalities where they're entitled. Um, I've even like on Twitter, I've been like, "Hey, sorry I was loud or whatever, it's just my voice is bassy. We can try it again." And then it gets flipped, and she's like, "Look at this loser." Chick had an OnlyFans or something, figures as much. Also, this girl, besides Stacy, whatever her name was also Australian, and that also seemed kind of weird that said person ignored my apology and ignored my, try to be specific, and then played the victim to two cucks. So I'm not really impressed with everybody. Anyways, I would suggest that Stacy not take what I say literally. I did not say whatever she thought I said, because whatever she thought I said on that Reddit was created by crazy people with trauma. And I'm not sure if Australia has traumatic people with a lot of flamboyant colored hair and stuff over there. But that if she's pulling up that information, she's getting panicked. That's not a good idea because all that false info is going to look really bad on her part, no matter how hard she tries to hammer down my YouTube. And the fact that she makes seven figures and the fact that this guy is a cop and a lawyer is going to look really bad when they find out that all that information is wrong, and they are gonna counter whatever report me for nothing. Check your entitlement, please. And me and Bob are best friends. We're both old, we're both tired, and I'm a little tired, a little bit more uppity, and I'm a bit more tired than he is because I work a little harder. He doesn't, but he's starting to feel it. So that's why I'm a little grouchy about getting things right the first time. It's not narcissism, it's just the fact that I'm a little tired. So forgive me if I'm a little chatty, if I want to coordinate with people, because that should not piss you off at all. If anything, you should be welcomed by the fact that I want to coordinate with people, because most nice people like me. They've told me I should be a supervisor because I'm specific, direct, and organized. But y'all, the majority of entitled people or downtrodden people or people who take a lot of meds or whatever, and they want to push that shit on me like I'm stupid, handicapped, a psycho, schizo, whatever. Y'all are just projecting on me, I hear that and I'm tired, which is why I go on rants about white people and people smoking and people drinking, because you projected on me so many times. I've had heard so many bullshit things about me in real life that I'm just sick of everybody, especially a small minority of Caucasians, a small minority who are entitled, rude, and selfish and push people around. Not everybody, but that small minority. Also, a part of my culture, black culture, that tends to be entitled, goofy, and doesn't listen, and then wants to yell at you. Most black folks can agree to that. It's really annoying. Hopefully that's specific enough. Oh, also don't really like overly aggressive idiots who make kissing noises and apparently think they have big balls, which they don't. um, because I am incredibly large, and it's incredibly ironic since I used to get picked on by multiple people. I couldn't fight back because I was always bigger than everyone, so now I'm still having to deal with that, and the fact that I can actually knock somebody out with a swing, and I don't want to be that person. It's terrible. I don't like the bloodlust. I don't like the adrenaline. It feels terrible after. It's like a drug. I don't want to go through that again. Point being, it's ironic. It's funny how people project on me about, oh, I sound fat and weak. Do I suck dicks? Blah blah blah. And then Gay Bob's name is Gay Bob as a joke. He's bigger than me. He's more muscular than me. He actually scares me physically, you know. And people they're projecting jokes on us, and they're not listening, and they're throwing, and they're calling me schizo and asking what color is my hair, how heavy I am. And then look what happened to society. Everyone's schizo. They got the rainbow colored hair. They're toxic. All these hoes. People thought, oh, I'm talking about bitches like I'm some incel. Nope. Nope. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I knew it was going to happen. They're so entitled. I knew it was going to happen. That they're so entitled. Oh, we can suck dicks and do all this. It's fine. But what about society? What about culture? What about standards? And then they just blew themselves out the water. They entitled themselves into a corner. Nobody wants to deal with them because all they want is money. They don't want to do anything. Pay wage gap? Oh, that's because you didn't take those jobs. But you want to make fun of the guys who do them, you know? Anyways, but so going back to Tracy, it's just this patterns of behavior telling me to shut up when you have a mute button. I was being relatively nice. I was relatively I wasn't even that loud actually. And technically no, still you could have muted me, but you just want to vent on people. And then there was that video of the girls talking the entire game. Didn't bat an eye, but you wanna get angry at me in a match and tell me, oh, even my friends are tired of me. Bob is my friend. Anyone who's not following me is probably not my friend because most of them think I'm every stereotype that they project onto me. Even Deja thought I was fat, ugly, and stupid and asked me if I would like hook up with her or some shit, and thought it was amusing, and then bullied me in the game, and then insulted me because she thought I was wasting her time, even though she caused me to take forever to help her out in Apex, and then and then complained about me in comp. I never played Apex comp, and complained about the teammates being terrible, even though I was new. So by proxy, they were going to be new, which makes absolutely no sense. So I keep dealing with these pretty gamer girls who are kind of hoish, begging for money. Oh, you're obsessed with me. No, I'm trying to be specific, and it's the same stupid shit over and over again. And I try to be specific and I try to make amends, but they make it about their tits and obsessed with them. I just want to befriend people. So back to Tracy or Stacy, whatever her name is. Voice is monotone. Tried to explain that. You ignored what I said. I referenced you being white because I have to deal with that entitlement, and then you say I'm obsessed with you after you didn't read my apology and reference you not paying attention to me trying to make amends. I didn't try to harass you. I was just trying to be specific, but I didn't see the reasoning behind why you didn't mute me. I wasn't even that loud. Even I saw footage of you yesterday playing against a guy who mic spams. You didn't tell him to shut up. You told me to shut up. Does that make any sense? No. It's just everybody hates my voice. Treat me like a fucking handicapped kid because I'm monotone. Turns out I'm actually really, really smart, but no, everyone wants to treat me like I'm stupid. 7 figures a council and you're still a bitch. Not literally a bitch because I haven't met you, obviously, but figuratively. So, anyways, if you don't mind listening through that rant, hopefully you understand where I'm coming from here. Because like, if if adults bully me like that because of how I sound, they keep asking me, "What's wrong with your voice? Change your voice. Fix your mic." I can't. Stop being an asshole. Or would you tell someone with broken legs to fix them, or paralyzed from the waist down, or Down syndrome, or autism, or dyslexia, or whatever? It's just like I'm just saying that it's kind of shitty, And then I get that from the kids too, and adults are trying to punch me and bully me and shit. And I'm a big ass, muscular, native black man. I am double wide and double thick. I don't know what's going on. And when I hear that from adults and parent and kids, I start to wonder: is that a pattern? Is it me? So reference white people because it's been the most consistent. I reference drugs because every time I look people up, I see drugs on their. Like, I swear to God, the dude had cocaine on the table, just the fake weed laced with shit. He had acne craters. People drinking a lot while streaming. They're just miserable. But everyone wants to project that black people are homeless, and look how well that turned out too. Uh, Holy shit. So, anyways, it's just all I'm saying is think about it. Don't panic. Reason, and maybe get a better moderator because I'm pretty sure I specified why why everything she said and everything I said, or everything she said, was a contradiction, and how I handled the situation was relatively tame. Um, and besides, me talking about her for a week is just my business. When I added her, I was pretty specific and I tried to make amends. I hope. I can't remember. I can double check because I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I did. If I speak about besides that, it's my mouth, and you shouldn't be worried about that. And shouldn't try to, get in my face about that because you were a cunt during that match. I'm usually relatively nice, besides if people just throw or do stupid shit, which is that's just new players. And I referenced that from the last game I played yesterday. So I'm I can't be any more clear. I mean, like, there's got to be a certain point to where you can't be that entitled and that stupid and think people are going to bow down to you. I mean, I get it. You killed all the Aborigines on that continent, and I said island as a joke on that continent. Um, and y'all like run the place, and then you forget about other countries and how they behave and culture and shit, and you expect you expect just to be rude and get away with it. No, you need to actually understand what's going on. I say white women because most of them over here are entitled. The same way you ignore what I said, the same reason you took that personal instead of understanding what's going on, and the same reason you referred to me as being severely autistic and sad, even though you're a fucking counselor that makes 7 figures. Also, excuse me for making fun of your weight loss, but it just comes off as, hey, look at me. I lost weight. Look at how pretty I am. Look how much money I have. I can shit on anybody, you know. Bow down to me. Look at how pretty I am. It just like you can't do that shit. Anyways, no immediate hate. It's just I'm so tired of people doing that to me. just I even had a game where I asked the guys because I couldn't really hear and I appreciated them, but I had to mute them. He's like, "It's all good, man. No problem from niggas, real niggas. Not the ones that just venting for nothing on the Xbox mic because they feel like it and have no homeschooling or home training. I mean, they understand people and these dudes got it. I was nice about it. You just didn't like me for no reason, and I watched you play with a bunch of female players, and you said nothing. So that just tells me you're kind of a cunt, not literally. So anyways, just don't do that to people. Don't be surprised if you get flamed for that. I mean, like, question me on my gameplay, not how I sound. Like MLK said, we don't judge someone from the color of the skin, but the conduct of their character. Um, and I know it's ironic, but I only said white because I dealt with it so many times. It was a reference to other interactions. Um, that's my bad. I could have been more specific, but I was trying to save face before I got blocked. Anyways, good night.